A storm is brewing within the Labour Party as Prime Minister Keir Starmer confronts what could be the most significant rebellion of his premiership. The focal point of this internal strife is a series of proposed welfare cuts aimed at curbing Britain's ballooning benefits bill. Approximately 80 Labour MPs are reportedly opposed to these reforms, which include slashing benefits for the disabled and making it harder to qualify for personal independence payments. Starmer's government is grappling with a welfare system that is projected to cost £70 billion annually by 2030, with the bill for working-age sickness benefits alone expected to reach unsustainable levels. The proposed reforms include changes to universal credit, making it more difficult for those deemed unfit for work to receive full benefits while increasing support for those actively seeking employment. These measures are part of a broader effort to address what Starmer describes as misguided incentives that discourage work and burden taxpayers. Subscribe to our channel to be the first to be notified anytime we drop a new video. The discontent among Labour MPs is not limited to the hard left, which has historically been critical of Starmer's leadership. Instead, it spans a broader spectrum of the party, including some cabinet members who are privately opposed to the cuts. The rebellion is fueled by concerns that these austerity measures contradict Labour's core values and the promises made during the election campaign. Many MPs feel that they did not enter politics to implement policies that target vulnerable populations, such as the disabled and those reliant on sickness benefits. The timing of this rebellion is particularly challenging for Starmer, who is also dealing with increased defense spending and the potential cost of a peacekeeping force in Ukraine. The decision to fund defense by reducing foreign aid has further exacerbated tensions within the party. Meanwhile, the opposition is in disarray, with Reform UK and the Conservative Party facing internal turmoil, which could potentially shield Labour from immediate electoral backlash. As Starmer attempts to quell the rebellion, he faces a delicate balancing act. On one hand, he must reassure his MPs that the reforms align with Labour values and are necessary for fiscal responsibility. On the other, he needs to convince the public that these measures are essential for the country's economic health. The success of these reforms will depend on how effectively the government navigates internal dissent and addresses the concerns of its MPs and constituents. In the coming weeks, the Labour Party will be closely watched as it navigates this pivotal moment. Will Starmer manage to maintain party unity, or will the rebellion grow into a full-blown crisis? The outcome will not only define Starmer's leadership but also shape the future of Labour's policy direction and its relationship with its core supporters. The current rebellion echoes past Labour Party conflicts, such as the 1997 rebellion against Tony Blair over benefit cuts, where 47 MPs voted against the government and 100 abstained. This historical context underscores the potential for significant pushback from Labour MPs, even if it does not necessarily alter policy. Disability and poverty charities have condemned the proposed cuts, warning of a catastrophic impact on vulnerable populations. This external pressure adds to the internal challenges Starmer faces as he seeks to justify the reforms to both his party and the wider public. Keir Starmer's biggest rebellion yet is a test of his leadership and the Labour Party's commitment to its core values. As the party navigates these challenging reforms, it must balance fiscal responsibility with social justice, all while maintaining unity in the face of growing dissent. The outcome will have far-reaching implications for British politics and the welfare system.